Great. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. It was my first pro win, my first fight at 185, and my first fight in a ring. So had a few things to jump over there, but felt good. It was a good win.
Just for people who don't know, you want to just give them a recap who you are, where you train.
My name is Jason Sharp. I train at Portland Thai Boxing and Alive MMA, Brazilian top team in Portland, Oregon, both of them. This was my first fight as a pro. I had a 5-3 amateur record, held a couple amateur belts. But yeah, this is my first kind of pro adventure.
Nice.
You know, Portland's a very rich MMA scene.
Yeah.
So I get a chance to work with some pretty good guys. I train, like I said, at Portland Thai Boxing, Alive MMA, also Brazilian top team. Recently we've had Fabiano Scherner teaching there. Bill Bradley runs the school. My crew at Portland Thai Boxing is Jeremy Weigers. With him, I'll go down to Next Level MMA, which is the home of Nate Corey and quite a few other UFC veterans. So yeah, there's a lot of training opportunities there. You know, I think really any organized martial art or any organized sport for that matter is a great outlet. You know, it's something to keep you out of trouble and kind of channeling your energy in. When I was growing up, you know, we grew up in a fairly rough neighborhood, but we wanted to be able to play football, and you know, I wrestled, so I wanted to be able to wrestle. So that kept me out of a lot of trouble. You know, we could have done some real stupid things, but we didn't because we wanted to keep our grades up. We wanted to be able to play football. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Do you think one day we'll see MMA being taught like wrestling in high schools?
That'd be cool. I don't know. I don't know. It's a big leap.
Jiu-jitsu maybe, but not MMA?
No, they'll teach jiu-jitsu. They teach you this curriculum for Abu Dhabi now. There in Brazil and other countries, that's what they do for their gym or whatever their what do you call it? I don't remember now. Gym class recess.
Yeah.
Their physical education is jiu-jitsu. It's become standard in those countries.
Okay.
By the way, that's up-and-coming fighter Dominic Fredrickson. Look for his pro debut soon.
So how long have you been pro, if you don't mind me asking?
This was my first pro fight. This was my very first one. So yeah, I've been a pro for a couple hours now.
It's a good start.
Yeah, it felt good.
All right.
Yeah, I was really happy.
To see?
Yeah, I was glad I got a TKO victory right at the end of round one. And yeah, it felt good. You know, anytime you win, it feels good. There are a couple things. Obviously, I'd like to do better. You know, clean up the stand-up a little bit. You know, not get hit with a big uppercut. That would have been nice. But other than that, you know, who could be mad at a win?
Of course.
So, yeah.
How long have you been training?
I started training 3 years ago. I've been fighting for 2 years.
Okay.
So yeah, this is my on-the-side hobby. You know,
nice.
This is, you know, I'm a husband and dad first, and I work for Portland Fire. You know, I'm a firefighter by trade, so this is kind of my golf or my dominoes. So yeah.
What's your training schedule like?
You know, I'm pretty lucky with my schedule. As a firefighter, I work one day and then I have 2 days off. So it allows me to train, like while my son's in school and while my wife's busy during the day. I can go spend, you know, 4 or 5 hours at the gym, come home, you know, do the dishes and look like a great family guy. So yeah, I'm pretty lucky. What's that?
So it looks hard to see.
Yeah, it looks hard to see. You know, I'm pretty lucky that my schedule works out for me, but you know, it takes some sacrifice for a lot of people to be able to work as hard as it takes to do this.
Mm-hmm. No, I'll be fighting for an amateur title one more. I got a couple titles in Oregon, and I'll be fighting one more time as an amateur in Oregon, and then I'll make my pro debut in June on the East Coast, New Hampshire.
So who's the guy that's running the show?
Right here.
Like who's setting up most of the main events and that sort of thing?
In Portland? There's we find our own.
Well, no, we're not big time. You know?
There's a lot of we have a lot of good amateur organizations. The FCFF is one of the biggest amateur organizations on the West Coast. It's run by Kevin Keeney and Chael Sonnen. And those two create a lot of amateur opportunities for a lot of guys in Portland and the surrounding areas. Also, there's First Friday Fights, which is through my gym, Live MMA, and they're real fast rising promotion. There's also Sport Fight, which is probably the biggest thing in Portland, Oregon. They do a pro-am card that's nationally known. There's a lot of really talented athletes, and not just in the UFC. And there's a lot of people that I can watch and learn from. So, I try and watch whatever I can. I think just keep having events as people see that they come and go without major incidents. There's no gunfire or stabbings. It's a sport like every other thing. As used to Canadians are to hockey and the bloodshed that can happen on the rink there. It's never really any more brutal than what you'd see in the ring or the cage. It's a sport.
We've had 2 deaths on the ice rink in the last 2 years, so you're totally right by bringing that up. That's a good point right there.
So it's just that it's athletes training hard to do a job. It's no different than boxing. It's no different than hockey, and you're gonna have your heroes and your villains like everything else. There's gonna be some great guys, and there's gonna be some guys you're gonna want to root against. But it's just that it's a sport.
James Tooney, for or against? No, tape?
No, I'm good. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you very much.